The Eiffel Tower was designed to be demolished. When it went up in 1889, Paris called it a monstrous iron eyesore and gave it just 20 years before the wrecking crews moved in. So why is the tower everyone wanted torn down still standing today, and how does a 300-meter iron giant survive storms that should rip it apart? The secret is a shape you have seen 1,000 times but never really looked at. Picture Paris in 1887. The city wants a giant tower for the World's Fair, taller than anything humans have ever built. But there is a problem nobody has solved. No one knows how to build that high without the whole thing blowing over. Wind is the enemy. The taller you go, the harder it pushes. A solid tower that tall would catch the wind like a sail and tear itself off its own base. Gustave Eiffel's answer was the opposite of solid. He decided to build with almost nothing at all. Instead of walls, he used a lattice. 18,000 separate iron pieces, locked together by 2.5 million rivets with huge gaps for the wind to pass straight through. From far away it looks solid. Up close it is mostly air. And here is that shape. Look at the tower's legs. They do not rise straight up. They sweep outward at the bottom and curve inward as they climb. That curve is not for looks. Eiffel calculated it so that at every height, the iron pushes back against the wind with exactly the right force. The tower is, quite literally, a wind equation drawn in metal. Building it was just as exact. The four legs had to meet perfectly hundreds of feet up, or the top would never line up. So Eiffel put hydraulic jacks in the feet and nudged each leg fractions of an inch until the angles were flawless. Off by a little at the bottom, and you are off by meters at the top. 300 workers finished it in just 2 years, 2 months, and 5 days, which was insanely fast for the time. And they did it without losing a single worker on the main structure, almost unheard of for a build this dangerous. But when it was done, Paris did not cheer. Artists and writers signed furious letters calling it useless and grotesque, a metal monster looming over their beautiful city. The deal was simple. Enjoy it for the fair, then tear it down in 20 years. So what saved it? Radio. As the demolition deadline crept closer, the military realized a 300-meter iron tower made a perfect antenna. It began carrying signals across France, then around the world. Suddenly, the eyesore was far too useful to destroy. And that curb Eiffel obsessed over? It is why the tower still stands after more than 130 years of storms. In the strongest winds, the very top sways only a few inches. The thing everyone was sure would fall became one of the most stable structures ever built. The Eiffel Tower is not loved because it is pretty. It is loved because it works, a demolition project that outlived its haters, standing on a curve of iron and one very stubborn idea. Next time you see it, you will know it is not just a landmark. It is a wind equation that refused to fall.